Hello. If you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. Hello, if you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective tarot. Let's see what else I need to do real quick. Hello, if you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. Let's see what we need to know today. Hello, if you guys are coming in, we're doing tarot. I am offering paid readings tonight. Those will be $20. We're going to do some collective. When we get there, let me know how it's going. Say hello wherever you're at. I know how you are. Right? Hello. Hello, if you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're going to do some tarot. Let me know how it's going. Where you're from. Like, comment, share. Hello. If you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're going to do some tarot. You know how it's going, where you're coming from, what you're doing. Hello, if you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe. Say hi, let me know you're alive, right? King? No, thank you, sir. Hello, if you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're going to do some collective tarot. I am doing paid readings tonight for $20. So if you want your spot, there are only 5 spots today for paid readings. Get in where you fit in, right? Hello, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're going to do some collective tarot. See how we go. Hello, how are you, Mike? I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective tarot tonight. If you're wanting a paid reading, that is $20. I'm here trying to see what we can bring out. So come on in. If you're wanting energy and you're coming in for the collective, comment, like, share is always beneficial. If you're wanting a paid reading, you would pay through Cash App, which is Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. All right, Angel of Love. And this is very, okay. Love is all around right now. I don't know what it is. Hi, Glaya. How are you? I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. We'll see what we need to know. Angel of Love is coming in. So, guys, we're doing collective energy read. If you're coming in to get energy, then reciprocation is always beneficial, right? So, liking, commenting, sharing. I am doing paid readings tonight. There's 5 spots open, and they're $20 a piece. So, Angel of Love, number 49. So we do have love all around. It's spring, right? Spring is baby making season, but Angel of Love is saying, open your heart. It's time. You've probably been waiting for the right time. Well, now is the presence. Nothing like the presence. Okay, community. And as it's starting to warm up, it's time to get out there. Rub elbows with your community, right? If you're feeling right, get out there, meet some new people. Love is a lot closer than you realize. Like that chance encounter is kind of what it feels like. It's like you go out to do a thing with a friend and you're like, oh, how have I never met you before? It's kind of what that's feeling like. So Angel of Love and community. Love is all around you, but it feels like your lover might be in the community. So hello, if you guys are coming in. I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. We are doing collective reads. I am doing paid reads tonight. They're $20, and I have 5 spots for my paid reads tonight. So we have community and Angel of Love. It's time to get back out there. And community is number 7. So 7 is the number of heaven. That's choices. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with good peeps, but get out there, right? Put your toes back in the water. Hello. All right. Strategy and Magician in the Mirror. It's time to reorganize your life. Tapping into all of your talents. Hello, Texaloo. I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective energy reads. So if you come in, you find value, then like, comment, and share. If it really resonates, consider booking an actual read with me. Tonight I'm doing paid reads. I have 5 spots available for paid reads, and they're $20 a spot. So strategy and Magician in the Mirror. We need to start getting strategic about our strengths. Magician in the Mirror is like, how are you? And I was speaking about those earlier too. Magician in the Mirror is the alchemist, right? It's recognizing the talents within you, right? What things have life thrown at you, instead of you buckling under the pressure, you actually stood up and you made something of it. That's alchemy, right? So strategy and Magician in the Mirror, it's taking stock of who you are and what your talents are. Then we had coming out before that was Angel of Love and community. So it's like we're starting to recognize, okay, what is it that we love about ourselves? And then we start opening ourselves to meeting other people, right? It's time to get weird. It's time to recognize what it is you love and what you want to do and find your group. I talk about starting a howl, right? Because when we have like our own little pack, we have a howl. So when you start figuring out what it is that you truly want and where you want to be, you will put out like your own call and signature, and you will attract the people to you that you love. So Magician in the Mirror and strategy, again, tapping into what your talents are, what your weird, narrow, spicy loves are, and recognizing, okay, how can I put this to my best advantage? Right now, we're going to start hitting the point where we start building communities. And in order to build those communities, A, we can't really have that competition factor. And B, we have to figure out what our individual talents are so that we can barter, right? Like when we talk more about community-based, it's bartering. How do we come together and network, right, with each of our things to be able to build something bigger and better together, all right? So community, Angel of Love, Magician in the Mirror, and strategy. Start figuring out what it is that you love so you can attract the people that are going to love you. Right? Hello. I'm going to use that. Figure out what you love so you can attract the people that are going to love you. Oof. Hello. All I'm writing that shit down. Hold on. That's some high priestess wisdom there. Alright, hello, it's Larry Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing tarot. We're doing collective reads right now. We are doing paid reads tonight. They're $20 and there are 5 spots for paid reads. So get in where you fit in. Come on in. Let me know how it's going. Alright. Oh, man. Let's see what else. I had to write down that quote because I'm like, oh, I gotta remember that. Hello. So if you guys are wanting energy, liking, commenting, sharing, if you're wanting answers, reciprocation is the way to get it, right? You come to seek, well, like, comment, share. It helps reciprocate the energy and connect the bond. Alright. Okay. Door to value. What is it that you love about yourself? Door to value is understanding. Okay, so Matilda, we're doing collective energy reads. Paid reads are $20 and I have 5 spots available. I'm not answering specific questions unless I'm called to. Right now it's collective. So door to value is recognizing, okay, what are my talents? How do I get to the place that I want to go? All right. Hello. I'm Lara Jo. Clement, we're doing collective reads, and what is going to be is if you want direct answers, that's paid reads, right? No, you're okay, guys. But I am trying to, we're doing a little different today. We're doing collectives, and paid reads are $20. And I have 5 spots available for those. All right? Otherwise, come in if you like the vibe. Sit down, listen. I have tons of information to add, right? Like I have tons of information to give. Even just sitting there and absorbing, you'll get something, right? All right, Charmaine, here's the part of it. If he really likes you, he has to come forward and tell you. And guys, I'm doing collectives, right? So commenting, liking, sharing, tag, thank you so much for liking the live, right? Commenting, liking, sharing. But if you're wanting personal advice, if you're wanting personal answers, that's book in a rate, babes. All right? So, let's talk about it, though. We talk about life, love, spirituality. We talk about a little bit of everything over here. But to sit and actually have my attention one-on-one, that's paying for my time. So, collectively, let's see what we need to know. And guys, if you're wanting to book a live, right, what you would do is you would go over to Cash App, which is Siren Song Lover. It's pinned in the comments, right? You would go over there, you would pay me, it's $20, and then you would come back, you would write paid, and then you would put up there what your question is. Hello, Clutch King. I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective tarot. If I feel called to answer, I will answer a question, but more than that, it's collective tarot, and booked readings are $20. I have 5 spots available here in live tonight for booked readings, so you can get a directed answer. So we have door to value, financial constraints, and community. So so Clutch King, if you want questions answered, right? It's going to Cash App, putting over there, paying $20, coming back, you put paid in the comments, and then your question, okay? So financial restraints and communities. So you may have to ask for help, right, from your community, which is always a little bit of a challenge, but you may be needing to ask those around you, right? Like, how can you pool resources? How can you potentially lean on others, right? And it's amazing how when we say we have a need, someone else that is has that thing that you need and they're not using it, then they can assist you, and vice versa. So recognizing closed mouths don't get fed. If you need help, ask, right? So lean on your community right now, all right? Teamwork to make the dream work and such. Hello, if you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective tarot. I am offering 5 spots for direct questions. They are $20 a piece. We have woman holding a coin. So recognizing woman holding a coin, what source do you have to go to find financial aspects right now? And it might be the women, right? We are very resourceful. I don't even know. Oh gosh, guys. Tag, how have you been since I last saw you? Because I feel, I don't know. The energies, I was about to say the weather's weird, but the energy is weird today and tonight. And I don't even know. So, yeah. I've been going through annoyances since I last saw you. Which is, I guess, the name of the game, right? Life is, I just need to start recognizing every time I feel annoyed, like, because I've put transmutation words on my name, right? Every time I feel annoyed, that just converts to money. Just gotta open the floodgates for that money, because I get annoyed a lot by fuck shit normally. Like, that's the part. It's not like people bring me good things to deal with. They bring me fuck shit. And I'm like, guys, we're all adults. Why do I have to be a mediator when we're all adults here? Like, this feels like you guys should be able to handle this without my input. But, yeah, here we are. Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Again, annoyances. Things falling down. Things being what they are. All right. I'm going to change over to tarot. We'll change the cat tarot deck. So, guys, if you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective tarot. If I feel called to answer, I will. God's favorite. Here's the part. I'm just going to say from woman to woman. Right? If you have intuition, right? So if you feel that they're cheating, they're probably fucking cheating. It's how much proof do you need? Because you, like, and I ask that because I've dealt with people and I'm like, this is going on, but how much proof do you need? Because you could find them in the act and you would still be like, well, maybe they love me. And don't get me wrong, like, I've been there. Right, but it's also recognizing we can't keep doing this. Right? If they're not changing, you have to start recognizing who they are and what they are and save yourself. Right? Okay, so guys, we're doing collective energy reads. I'm not answering personals unless we're paid. Right? If I feel called, I may answer a personal, like, one. But typically it's not, is so-and-so cheating on me? Because if you feel that they're cheating on you, they're probably freaking cheating on you. But it's also, how much proof do you need before you finally walk away, right? And how many years have women or men before you wasted with people they thought were cheating or that were cheating, and they just kept giving them a pass? So, because when people cheat, they're not, like, considering the impact to you. They're not considering the impact to your health. If you have children, they're not considering the impact to your children. And honestly, if someone, this is my standpoint, and I like, there are certain friends that I won't be friends with anymore. There are certain clients I won't take on because they're cheaters. And I'm like, here's this part. If you can cheat on the person that is your most intimate partner, the one person you really fucking depend on, if you can cheat on them, what are you going to do to someone that isn't that close to you? So it really is, like, I take a hard stance on even clients. I'm like, if you're a cheater, we're not doing this here. Because if you're willing, like I say, to betray your most intimate partner for your own gratification, you're a horrible person and you're going to do horrible things to me and to others, right? Well, I'm sorry, I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm doing paid readings tonight. It's $20. I have 5 spots available. Otherwise, we're doing collective energy reads. And this is the challenge with giving up on anything. Giving up doesn't mean that you're a failure, right? Giving up just means like, okay, I'm tired right now, and we're going to stop doing this. And this is the part, just because this is one thing. I love that my ex used to teach me such valuable wisdom, but he used to be like, just because it's a no for now does not mean that it's a no forever. So even if you have to pause it and give up on it for now, it's not always a no forever, right? It's just that we need some time to pause. And I'm going to say this as well, guys. Anything that is meant for you will not pass you by. And if that person is not meant for you, they also will not be allowed up to your door unless you let them. But that's the part, I've seen so many people, right, that have been moved away divinely, and then they still go back to the very thing that was trying to end them. I have an example of this with one of my daughter's friends, right? She was with a dude who was a bad dude, and she ended up breaking up with him, and then his truck blew up, and I was like, well, that was karma for all the fuck shit he did to her. And then she went back to him, and then she had a pregnancy scare, and I'm like, I thought the girl would have learned when her ex-boyfriend's truck blew up, his engine blew up, but no, she, even after that, went back to him and had a pregnancy scare. And I'm like, guys, this is not, if God sends you all the signs and you keep going back to the thing that hurts you, the responsibility, the consequences are your own, right? So if you've been moved away from something to safety, why, the next time you go back, it's going to have perilous consequences. So hello, Scorpio. How are you? So we're doing collective energy reads. I am doing paid spots tonight. I have 5 readings available. They're $20 a piece for paid slots. Like I say, those are limited, and everything else is just kind of collective. I am going to always say, though, if you think they're cheating, please leave before they actually really hurt you, right? Because your intuition will tell you long before you'll ever find signs, right? But it is also, how much are you going to put up with? So the star in Chariot is recognizing, okay, where do we have to rise up? In Chariot, where do we have to move forward? This is very, Chariot is family orientation, but it's also moving rapidly. It's rapid motion. So star is asking you, okay, where have you been putting other people ahead of you? And this can feel like mother role, father role, whatever, but this does feel like it's like family. It's like wearing the cloak of our ancestors will keep you from reaching your stardom. I know that came out really freaking weird. If it resonated, if it landed, please let me know. Right? So where are you wearing other people's identities, and where do you need to recognize that it's time to rise up and be your own person? And also forming, this is the chance too, is how do you want to show up in your family? Right? And this is kind of where I'm going with that, is your family that you're building. Okay? So, are you going to put yourself as the main creator of a happy life, or are you going to keep holding on to other people's identities? On the bottom, we have the devil. So, it's going back to patterns we know, addictions, comfortable places, yet recognizing where has that been holding us back and keeping us stuck, stagnant. Okay? Hello. If you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective energy reads. If you're liking the vibe, like, comment, share. Right? Come follow me. Alright. And then we have 6 of Wands. So whatever you've been entangled with, you will be moving away to safety. You'll have victory over that. So, hello. And on the bottom, Queen of Swords. Using head over heart. Being very decisive about what it is that you're wanting. Okay, so we have Page of Wands, the Magician, 8 of Wands, and the Hierophant. So this is that I'm always going to tell you, Esther, if you feel it's time to go, it's probably time to go. It's probably way past time to go. Right, but who is KK to you? Is that a love interest or a kid? Okay, you're settling. I don't normally like straight up, but this is collective energy read, but what comes out is like Page of Wands, the Magician, Eight of Wands, and Hierophant. It feels like very immature energy on his part, but it's like what society with the Hierophant deems as normal, right? But you're settling is what it comes down to. This is collective energy, but Page of Wands, you can do better, and you know you can. Dammy, this is collective energy. What has come out, though, is Page of Wands is very playery energy. So, guys, we're doing collective reads. If you want to ask questions, that's a paid reading. That's $20. I have 5 spots open, but if you want to get into the darker, nittier, grittier, those are paid spots, right? If you're like, I must know, it's $20. And then I'll send you 3 pages of shadow workbook afterwards to be able to dive in deeper to what you need to truly release around these situations. Right? I don't just give answers, I also give you tools to be able to help find answers for yourself. Because these people that we choose, those are patterns within us that we need to address and put to bed, and that's shadow work. If you refuse to let go of the pattern, you will keep attracting the same people that are not in it for the long run, right? Be serious about you and your healing. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, you've been doing the work. You've done the work. 8 of Pentacles is saying we've done everything that we can right now. So I need you to go rest. I need you to go play. I need you to go sing. I need you to go paint. Do whatever you need to do, but 8 of Pentacles, you can't keep stressing and sweating. Go focus on something else, even if it's for a night. Go watch a movie. Unplug, like turn off your phone, watch a movie, don't touch it for a little bit. And that's also the challenge that we're all facing right now is we're too distracted. And one of my followers actually kind of posted about this the other day. We're too distracted. Put your phone down. Right? Even from our partner, we're too distracted. We're too busy filling other roles for ourselves to be satisfied, or even the people around us, right? So for right now, 8 of Pentacles, you've done the work that you can do in this situation, so go do something to relax for a little bit. All right, hello. If you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Jo. We're doing collective energy. Currently, we are going to be transitioning potentially into paid reads. I have 5 spots if you're wanting to ask specific questions and seek answers and guidance. Not only would you get a paid read here, you would also receive 3 shadow work prompt workbook pages, right? So we can dig deeper into what it is that you truly want to learn about yourself and your trauma, so you don't keep attracting the same people. And guys, we talk about healing. Everybody always says, oh, I don't want to heal. It's uncomfortable. It's inconvenient. It's too tough. If you don't heal, you'll keep repeating the same patterns. So at what point do you determine that your healing is a priority? The biggest investment you can make is in yourself. That's why I do readings. That's why I offer tools for others to help transmute their shadows, right? Because as we heal, we all heal. Healed people heal people. So what point do you determine it's time to sit down and heal yourself? If you need to have conversations around that, come book with me, right? Okay, so 5 of Wands, it's time. 5 is change. Wands is passion. So it's time to stop fighting passionately with everyone, but recognizing where is your time best invested, right? You have to start saying, okay, am I just burning, especially with Wands, am I just burning myself out, or is this actually getting me somewhere? If it's not getting you somewhere, then it's time to change, right? And the opposite of that is Six of Wands. When you flip over to Six of Wands, it's like that victory, that success. You're gaining momentum in the right direction. So Five of Wands is saying, okay, this is too much. We can't keep fighting. We can't keep putting into all these passions because it's burning us out. So it has to change. Hello. If you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing tarot. I am currently doing collective reads. If you're wanting paid questions, it's $20, and I have 5 spots available. So we have 7 of Cups. You have choices. You have options. You do have to determine, though, are they valid and good options? And the reason being is salt and sugar look the same, yet they can have catastrophic differences. So 7 of Cups is the same. It's saying, what are your choices? 7 is the number for heaven. So it's your choices and what you're putting in your cup. Are you putting the good stuff in or the bad stuff? And cup is love, right? That's emotions. That's what we pour into ourselves. So when you say, okay, even in love, is that partner good for me or are they slowly poisoning me? So 7 of Cups is saying be very discerning about what you put in your cup. And discipline, guys. Discipline will get you so much further than anything else, even over hard work discipline, right? Because it's saying, all right, if I have to cut back, I can. So being discerning about what you are putting in and also being disciplined about it, right? Remember to have fun though, and put your hair, like, let your hair down, right? So, hello. If you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing tarot. All right, 2 of Wands. What are you fighting for? Okay, that's the passion. That's the foundation. Hello, Kim. I'm Lara Joe. We're doing collective energy reads. If you come in and you like my vibe, I am offering paid questions. Those are $20. I have 5 spots available for it. Right now it is collective though. Yeah, if you're wanting to actually have directed answers personalized for you, book with me, right? You would go over to Cash App, put in it's Siren, capital S Song, capital S Lover, capital L. It's $20. It comes to me. You would come back, put paid in the comments, and then drop your question. So 2 of Wands, we're building our foundation. We're building our stability. We're finally like, okay, what is it that I want? Where are we going? What are we building with? And 2 is suggesting that wholeness within you, right? You're finding that balance and that patience within you. 5 of Pentacles, you've been left out from financial deals, from family dealings. 5 of Pentacles is saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to recognize who was leaving me in lack, right? And also notice who gave you a hard time when you were already having a hard time. When you were down on your knees and you were asking for mercy, if they had no mercy for you, remember that, right? And we'll go back to that in a minute. Knight of Pentacles, you though, even though they've been withholding from you, Knight of Pentacles is like you've been working on your own, diligent, just plucking away at it, and you'll be successful. Okay? Yeah. I don't remember what I was going to talk about, and that's okay. I was going to mention that, and that's okay. Apparently it wasn't that important. Hello. If you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe. Hanged Man, changing your perspective on things will do you a world of difference. Right? If you can be willing to see the flip side of the coin, then you open a whole new world. So Hanged Man is recognizing, and I love to do this with things I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a loss. It's not necessarily a loss. It's like, okay, how do we learn to live with different circumstances? So Hanged Man is being able to change the perspective, even if it feels uncomfortable. And 7 of Pentacles, this is, and with Hanged Man as well, it's diversification of your financial. It's not putting all of your eggs in one basket. So Hanged Man and 7 of Pentacles is asking you, what financial avenues have you planted and how can you start bringing in multiple ways to bring in financial revenue. Okay. Especially with Knight of Pentacles coming out. Like, Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving in the deck, but he's also the most stable, right? Because he's slow, he's methodical, he does it right. He doesn't skip steps. That's also how you'll be building your financial revenue. It's not fast, right? It's like, nope, this is meant to last for a long time. And it also does go back to diversification. Okay, High Priestess. I love this card in this deck. It's recognizing your intuition, embracing it, loving it. You know what's going on, regardless of how many times you question it, right? You already know. All right, we're going to switch decks. Hello, hello. If you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing collective tarot. Come on in. If you're wanting to book a read, I'm doing paid reads. They're $20. You can ask a question. You would go to my Cash App, you would go into my Cash App, pay, and then you would come back and you would type in your question and also put paid in the comments. All right, you have the gift of courage. Sounds like a cardinal sign to me. The cardinal signs are Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. The gift of courage is that going first bravely into the unknown. Even if it's not bravely, it's like you go first, right? Let's see, what else? And that's the other. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So when you're afraid of something, that's just because you haven't sized up the opponent yet, right? And I didn't agree with my mom on a lot, but she used to say anticipation is greater than participation. So it's like we psych ourselves up, and for what? Right? We get so worked up and hot and bothered, and then when we actually do the thing, we're like, oh, that was it? Oh, that's not so scary. Why did I work myself up over that? All right, let's see what else we need to know. All right. Jesus descendant and deja vu. If you feel like you've been here before, it's because you have. Right? And Jesus descendant talks about Christos consciousness. It's recognizing we are all more alike than we are different. So why are we fighting? I'll say that again. Christos consciousness, and it is a consciousness. Jesus Christ is a crystalline structure within your DNA. So Christos consciousness and deja vu is saying we've done this before, but it's recognizing, again, we are all more alike than we are different. So why do we fight? And the fighting even feels like deja vu, right? Because this is a fight that's been going on since the beginning of time. At what point do we all collectively rise up and say, this fight is pointless, right? We are all made of the same material. We are all more alike than we are different. So why are we fighting over this? Even between us and animals, right? I love watching cats and animals as an indicator, like as nature. I love watching nature provide the lessons. And it's like, even with cats, like cats are more alike with humans than we are different, right? We all have basic needs. We all have the same needs, right? So why do we treat even animals or other people different than ourselves? And that's what Christos consciousness and deja vu is saying. It's like, okay, why are we fighting? This is so dumb. Why are we not treating others with respect? We all deserve respect. All beings deserve respect. So, all right, hidden secrets. There are things we haven't been seeing because they have been trying to cause division. All right, dream messages. Are you paying attention to your dreams? Okay, so Kelly, little love, dream messages. You should be getting messages in your dreams, right? And when one door closes, that just means it's time for a new chapter, right? All right, guys, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. I'm doing collective tarot. If you want to ask personal questions, though, that's booking a read with me. So, Mr. Bolo, if you truly want to get into that a little bit deeper, I am doing collective readings, but if you want to know I am doing paid readings. They're I have 5 spots available, and they are $20, right? But recognizing when something's over, it just means that there's a new chapter coming. Even with people, even when we feel like, oh my gosh, that's the end of the road. No, you meet people beyond that person, I promise. All right? God's ambassador, and you have a big mission on earth. That's sometimes we don't recognize we're with people that are stopping us from our divine purpose and our mission. And if you're meant to go big places, that means that not everyone else can come with you. Right? That's a very big lesson that I've had to learn and to teach others, is that not everyone else can, not everyone can come with you where you're going. And some of your blessings do get blocked because of who you have around you. Right? If you're meant to go big places, not everyone can be a part of that. I had an example. There was a dude, he had gotten fascinated with me. I was like, I can't date you long term. Like, he wanted a wife, he wanted marriage, he wanted all these things. And I was like, I can't date you. And he didn't understand why. And I was like, because you have never been outside of this state. And where I am mentally, I don't want to stay in this country long term. So for him, I was like, I couldn't be married to you because I know that I could never ask you to move out of the country. And that's on the radar for me. Like, that's on the bucket list, is at some point. And actually, like, my ending point is not in the United States. My ending point is in Europe. I already know that. I already know my death date, everything like that. So I was, it's recognizing not everybody's going to be able to make the trek with you, and that's not to hold. You shouldn't be held back by that, and you should not also be sad by that, because if they want to come with you, they will. And if they can't or they won't, then there's your answer too, right? All right. I'm going to switch into... Guys, if you're in... Make some noise. Like, comment, share. Right? There's no energy in here. You guys aren't getting answers, and it's because there's no life in it, right? It's just me chit-chatting with myself, which is whatever it is, but I do that all day long. If I wanted to do that all day long, I can just get off live and hang out by myself, right? So, like, commenting, sharing is a benefit. If you're wanting questions answered, it's $20. I have 5 spots available for paid reads. Otherwise, it's collective. If I'm not getting any interest, then I'm going to hop out pretty soon, because there are other things I can be doing. All right, let's see. What else? Okay. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So, we have admirers out there, right? There are people that are loving us. We're keeping them warm at night. Apparently, since I'm the only one in here getting answers, getting messages, that's for me. Since nobody else is interacting. It's just kind of lame sauce, right? Let's see what else. And guys, you need to start claiming things. If things are for you, be like, that's for me. And knowing also that those messages can be for more than just you. But if you're in and you like a reader, the way you get more information from them is through reciprocation. It's through paying them. It's through liking, interacting, sharing, all that jazz, right? All right, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So know that that thing you're afraid of, it's okay. Just keep moving. You'll be okay. The love is there. All right. And new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Alright guys, I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. Tag, are you freaking kidding me? Thank you. But I was just about to hop out, man. I know you called me man. Tag, are you a boy or a girl? Have I asked that yet already? And if I forgot, I'm so sorry. I'm just so annoyed with with life. Are you a boy or are you a girl? Just so I don't call you the wrong thing, but okay. And I call, like, to be honest, if I call you a boy, it's not personal. Like, I call my girls bro, but I also feel like God, my son used to, I think the first time he ever called me brah or bro, I'm like, the fuck, and now I'm just like, whatever. So, okay, Tag, well, I'm glad to know you're a girl. You're a comic quote, Shrek, you're a girl dragon, right? Alright. So Tag, did you say you were on the East Coast too? Well, and I try not to really assume, and I try not to base on pictures and names. I'm just like, okay, all right. I'm Wisconsin. Do you like cheese? Are you into the cheese curd fad like all of Wisconsin? Do I need to come see you to get some good cheese? All right, baby. Hopefully I remember that. And I should have figured that. You might, no, I'm not going to say I should have figured that out, but, that makes sense now with what you said earlier about milking cows. I should have known, but okay. So I came from a Midwest family. I have a real fascination with corn because that was what my father's hometown was known for, was corn. So it's like, oh my gosh, Northerners and Northern Midwesterners are different, totally a different breed. So I was born and raised in Arizona by Northern Midwesterners, so it's just a completely, I'm so mixed up, right? I didn't actually know what fresh vegetables truly were, I think, until I started going back to the Midwest to see my grandparents. Okay, well, so I'm a state over. And so I'm just chit-chatting now because I'm just annoyed. I'm a state over, but I do have men from Alabama that try to match with me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do have men from Alabama that try to match with me, and I'm like, there's a certain distance I don't want to travel, and also, due to child custody stuff, I'm trying to stay super close to my ex, where he moved, because it isn't written into our court order, but it's pretty well implied, staying within 50 miles, and he moved right on the edge of 50 miles away. And the way that he moved to was because where I was talking about moving to would have been the opposite direction. So he's really done some things to mess with me. I'm yeah, I'm so tired of him and all of this because A, it should never have happened. B, he never wanted to be a father. So him doing all this is too dang much. He's not doing it because he's a good dude and wants to be a dad. He's doing it because he wants to cause him pain and he doesn't want to pay child support. And I'm yeah, you're not a good dude, man. Anywho, all right, let's see what else. Okay. All right, well, Tag, if you get down here, you let me know, and I'll see about, meeting up with you, right? Because who wouldn't love some fresh cheese curds? Yeah. And I miss, the food here is the food here is the food, I guess. I do miss home. Food from home. Alright, hello. If you guys are coming in, I'm Lara Joe. We're just doing collective reads. If you're wanting to ask questions, those are paid reads. It's $20. I have 5 spots available. Alright. This might be my sign to get out. So, alcohol is life here, too, except for I've been sober. I've talked about my sobriety journey, and that's why I talk about healing as well, because I was a functioning alcoholic, married to a functioning alcoholic, raised by a functioning alcoholic. And I gave up drinking the day my divorce became final. Was the last day I had a drink. And it's spiritually, it's the best thing you can do for yourself. And Tag, I promise you, like, you will find so much more time, right? You will find so many more hobbits, maybe that, but habits, like, for me, it was like, oh my gosh, I have so many other things that I can invest my time in, and money and energy, other than drinking, blacking out, getting sick, like, not, and me having to scrape men off the floor because they were passed out in their own vomit wasn't, like, I've been doing that since childhood, right? And I've been doing it to save men's reputations since childhood, so the behavior wasn't alarming to me when I was married to a functioning alcoholic, because I saw my dad do it. I saw all the men in my family do it. So it really does provide a new perspective, and that's also why I talk about healing. And yes, healing is messy, it's ugly, it's gritty, but it's also investing in yourself and bringing, because it's not like what I do personally. Guys, if you ever come work with me one-on-one, we're not just doing tarot. We're healing deep-seated wounding. We're releasing through sound. We're releasing through techniques that are easy that I teach you guys, so that you can heal yourself and you can help heal the people around you that you love. And yeah, again, healing is hard. It's not love and light. People think it's love and light. And I'm like, nope. It's because you get mad. You get so mad when you start to heal. You realize, like, with yourself, with everyone around you, because you're like, you lied. Or it's like, even with yourself, you go, like, I lied to myself, right? Yeah. And it really, so that's a huge part of it. Hey, Angie, how are you? So it is recognizing, like, okay, I've got to do best for me. Like, yeah, it's easy to drink. It's easy to numb, but it's also so much more valuable to decide sobriety is for you, right? And I grew up around functional alcoholics. I thought that was normal. I really had and that's also, I'm going to say something kind of, it's like, even with sexual exploitation and abuse, that wasn't so normalized in my childhood. My family touching me was so normalized. I didn't know that was wrong. I know that sounds probably awful, but what happened to me, I didn't know it was abuse until like 40 something. I didn't know what happened to me. I just blocked it out. So that's part of it. And how much of that I used alcohol to cope with, and how much of that I used alcohol to not have to face what actually happened. Yeah. And actually, like, the hard part about it was when I woke up and I realized what happened to me, right? And my lawyer, of all people, which he's such a gaslighting motherfucker, and he was partly abused, he's like, how did you not know that was normal? I'm like, my family, kept me so tightly controlled and kept the narrative around me so tight. And like I say, like, they said shit, and now that I look at it and go, no, that was gross. Like, who would ever say that? Who would ever normalize that? Right. Anywho. So when you heal, you do better. You ask for better. You don't tolerate shit. You don't tolerate abusers, right? You recognize that, hey, that was abuse. So I guess that's the other part, is I show up to help others that haven't had the voice, or I show up to help others realize that, like, hey, what happened to them wasn't right. Right? And you don't have to live with that. You can talk about it. You can survive it. You can live through it. just like addiction, like I'm here to prove, like we do survive, we do learn how to thrive without addiction. With my story, I didn't have rehab, I didn't have anybody encouraging me to get sober, and actually when I got sober, they got really mad at me. Like, my family punished me for choosing sobriety because I was no longer the scapegoat. So, I know this is like a very freaking real and vulnerable moment, but it's also why I do believe in healing. It's also why I believe in speaking on it. It's why I believe in helping others heal and educating them. And again, while it's hard, it's also one of those, it's like you start taking your life back, you start taking your voice back, you start recognizing, like, hey, those people did you so dirty, and that was not right. Right? It's finally being able to give that inner child the voice that it never had. Oh. Hello. Oh gosh. And I think, like, Tag and Angie, the thing that makes me mad is the people that abuse me are still free to abuse my kids. They haven't been stopped, no matter how much I speak on it, no matter how much I've tried to, like, get people to look at my situation. Like, the people that hurt my kids and I are still free, and they're still harassing me. Actually, they are actively harassing me and ruining my fucking life, and I fucking hate it. Like, I'm in prison because they fucked up and they were asshole idiots that wanted to harm children. Yet, I still speak about it because they can't silence me. I know. Well, and I don't know if you have kids, Tag, or not, and I'm not trying to get personal about it, but, like, my family used my kids to get me to shut up. Like, my family used my kids to punish me. The United States judicial system is messed up. It's messed up intentionally. Like, and the system's not messed up. The system is working as perfectly designed. It's exploiting and trafficking women and children. Yeah. I fucking hate it. Like, and actually, I don't know if I said this the other day, Tag, but I'm gonna say it now again, is that what happened to me in the judicial system with my kids was probably more traumatic than what happened to me being sexually abused by my family. And I know that sounds, and maybe it's just because it's the most recent, but it really damaged the fuck out of me. Like, what they did in the court system with my kids and what my family did to me, the smear campaign, the public shaming, all of that. I've been trying. That's why I show up. That's why I talk about it. That's why I am not quiet about what's happened to me. That's why, even no matter how much they've done to me, I still show up, right? And they have, like, they harass me on my social media, but they've also used my social media to try and discredit me in court and shame me and guilt me. Like, I've had a humiliation ritual in court done on me. The challenge with it, Tag, is that, like, I have been targeted by law enforcement. I've been targeted by the big agents as well. I've been targeted by a bunch because it's that whole, once you start speaking about abuse, the whole system starts to show. And the whole, it's something. Like, because I didn't have lawyers to turn to. I didn't have the legal system to turn to. They actually exploited me even worse. And that's the other fucked up part, when you can't turn to the people that were supposed to protect you. Like, yeah. So, and luckily there are others out there that, like, I think that's probably what I love about TikTok the most, is that we are starting to recognize, like, where we are not alone, where other people are going through the same thing, where, other moms are going through the same thing, and we're starting, like, I guess this is the beauty, is that I've been able to see other moms that have been in situations I'm in that are either going through it or how they're forging, and that's the beauty of all of this. So. All right. Let me take a drink of water. Let me re-ground myself. Hold on. I actually hate crying. I know it doesn't seem like that. I hate crying. I hate asking for help. I hate ever admitting that there's a fucking problem. This has been a really rough experience, right? I've always been self-reliant because I never had any other choice. Having a whole group come against you makes life impossible, right? Especially people, like that was the other challenge. It wasn't like it was a random group of people. It was like people that I had nursed to health. It was people that I had clothed, I had fed, I had bathed, I had housed, that did me the dirtiest. It wasn't like I could look at, like the call came from inside the house. The betrayal is deep. Yeah. Well, and no one asks the strong one if they need help, right? That's the part of it. Like with me, nobody ever asked me if I need help. And when I ask for help, no one ever offers or can help or is reliable. So therein lies that, is that I've asked for help. I've asked for help from every which way that I can think of, but you'll figure it out. And my family loves to brag, oh, you had 5 parents growing up. No, I had 5 adult figures to tell me that they wouldn't help me, and then as a little girl I had to figure it out myself. So Bottom of the Swords, betrayals, heartbreak, deception, sleight of hand. Because it's like the cards really do speak. Because 7 of Swords, I always see this as like family betrayal. Because 7 is, they knew what they were doing, right? Very icky though. I'm just Tag, to be honest, I'm just so freaking tired. And yes, I'm ready for good things. And I'm just I've been fighting and bumping along so long, and it's just not coming. I've been working and trying, and I don't know. Anywho, okay, last 2 cards. And then I am going to hop out, because yes, it's been kind of a long day energetically. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Oh, Hannah, my love. Okay, so here's the part of it. You probably have more than just clairvoyance. And yes, people are going to think that you're crazy, but that's not... Okay, first off, what you see in here, that's not up for others to debate. So the knowing... So also, though, is knowing when to speak and when to hold it to yourself, it's anxiety. So Hannah, when clairvoyance, if you, because here's the challenge, guys, with gifts, especially with spiritual gifts. Spirit will feel calm, right? You'll get messages, you'll get visions, you'll get whatever, and if it's led from spirit, it'll be calm. If it's led from anxiety or ego, it'll be loud, it'll be brash. So, but with gifts, if you don't, because you're giving gifts to help others and yourself, so if you're given the gift of clairvoyance and you don't ever share it, then the source, universe, will be like, okay, well, you won't use it to help others outside of yourself, so I'm going to take it from you. So a lot of like clairvoyance, even, it's like if it feels calm and you speak on it from calm, then you're delivering a message whether people want to believe you or not. And I'm going to say this as well. When people say you're crazy or that's not believable, that's because you were right too early. Right? Clairvoyance comes that you were meant to give the message to people, but you were just on target too early. That doesn't mean that you don't deliver the message then. Right? I've had so many people call me crazy, except I was right on. They were actually gaslighting me. Okay, so don't let other people gaslight you when you know. All right, so we have 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. This is saying be very careful of your choices. Make sure everything you put in your body, it isn't, but it is actually though. Tag, here's the part, we'll talk about it in a minute. So 7 of Pentacles, or 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles is saying, like, make sure that what you are investing into isn't leaving you feeling left out in the cold, that there aren't betrayals or questions around it. Right? Again, Source won't leave you feeling questions. Like, it can deliver big messages, but you won't feel questioning. You'll be like, okay, no, that feels right. 7 of Cups, though, watching what you're putting in. 5 of Coins is like being left out in the cold financially. And Tag, here's the part of it. All the best people I know are crazy by society standards. So, like, crazy is a compliment, but people saying you're crazy, that's typically like you were intuitively right on point and they just didn't want you to keep pursuing that. So when people call me crazy, I'm like, okay, cool. You're too normal, right? Because there's also layers of crazy. Can we talk about that? I had, because I don't remember if my dad gave me this advice or if I kind of came up to it with, like, my kid. I don't remember how it came out, but it's one of those, everyone's crazy, pick your level of crazy. Is it crazy like they cry at a movie crazy, or is it crazy like they'll hop on your hop on your hood and bash in your windshield crazy? Two very different ends of the spectrum. Which one are you okay with, right? I did have a coworker who had a crazy girlfriend, and that crazy girlfriend did jump up on her hood and smash in her windshield. So, picking your level of crazy, right? With everything and everyone in life. What is your level that you can work on? Yeah. Same. Tag, are you a Libra? Did we talk about that? I'm so sorry. I know, like, I don't want to say I'm forgetting a lot of details. I just have a lot going on. My retention due to emotional dysregulation and stress is crazy low. Oh. We'd make a dynamic duo. We would make a dynamic duo. I do feel like I remember talking about Sagittarius because all of the women in our family have crazy Sagittarius. So the challenge with Sag, and I have a lot of Saggy placements myself. Like, my daughters have a lot of Sag, and I've got a lot of Sag. And we kind of, as a Libra primary, like as a Libra sun, we kind of play off of each other. But, yeah. So I can go from one end of the extreme to the other, but typically, because I'm a Libra, though, we typically are like little variances. Sagittarius, yes. And Tag, I laugh because my youngest is a straight menace to society, right? And her dad likes to get into it with her, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably the wrong kid you want to get into it with, because she will, when I say that kid will stand on business, even from infancy. If she was not doing something, she would sit down for an hour. Like, I've watched, well, I haven't watched, I've heard it, but I've had my own showdown with this girl. And I hate to say, like, we made this pact, my ex-husband and I. We're like, we don't negotiate with terrorists or dictators. she was the kid that I found myself having to negotiate with her because she won't bend. And I'm like, well, fuck, like one of us has to bend. I guess it's me, but he fought for such hard custody for her. But I'm like, I know he's actually had to sit there and stare down with her for like 2 hours before, and then he'll finally just pack up and walk away. And I was like, yeah, I'm not the one of the two, but our daughter is not the one of the two. You should have picked safer women to play. It was not us. Right? Sagittarius is a different level of like anger, petty, stubborn. So, yeah. And that's part of like what I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't look good in orange and they don't serve what I like to eat. So I'll just not. Although tag, on the flip side, it's free healthcare, it's free housing, and 3 meals a day. It's starting to look like better alternatives to some other things. Okay, fair. So he must have had some other big placements eating bubbles. And tag what eating bubbles had said is that her dad was a Sag and he was quiet, patient, observant. I'm not gonna say, like, here's the part, like, my Sagittarius kid, and like I say, we all of us girls have heavy Sag placements. My Sag can be very quiet. Like, she scares people. And she can be very patient, observant, but when she goes off, there's no, like, you fucked with the wrong one. Yeah. Probably. Tag. Because I will say this, like, my Sagittarius kid, she's the mastermind. And she's just such a, like, oh, God, that kid's so freaking smart. Like, my Aries kid is, like, my hustler. Right, she's like, if I had a business and I had to put the kids into it, and this is what I tell people, I'm like, I could choose the life of crime and I'd probably really be fucking good at it, and I already know how my kids would be placed, because, like, my son is a Capricorn, so he'd be the books man. My middle is, like, she's the little hustler, like, she's the kid that I would have had to have worried about, like, gambling on the playground. And my Sagittarius is the mastermind. She gets everybody to do everything for her, too, so I'm just like, and as the mom of all of them, I'm like, damn, I raised some fucking thug kids. Like, we are not the family to mess with. We're not the kids to mess with. Like, I feel bad for whoever crosses our path. And the other part of it is that I'm very highly, like, and this isn't a brag or a flex. This is just, I've watched it with my own eyes. We're all very highly protected by the divine and the universe. So when I don't even have to lift a hand when people cross me. Like, my ancestors already have it. So, yeah. And so tag my actual Saggy son baby was the one that at 2.5 was hitting her brother with a my Aries hit her brother in the face with a shoe at 2.5. Yet that kid, he was like 10 and he said something slick to her, and I heard about it from my mother-in-law, because she was just like, yeah, Katie just took her shoe off and just smacked Sean across the face because he said something she didn't like. I'm like, no, she's right. Kid had it coming. He deserved it. My Sag kid, though, like I say, she was 2.5, and she did, like, she bit her brother on the face. She knocked her sister's 2 front teeth out. Like, I've raised some real thug kids here. I have taught them, though, is that you don't start the fight, but you finish it. Right. Yeah. 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 It's not only, and I'm going to say something, guys, don't get scared, but you also have guardian demons, and you really need to know who those are too. Oh. Okay. I got flagged. Yes. I got flagged for violence. We'll see. I put feedback. That's the first time I recognize I put feedback on there. But and I've gotten flagged for some of the weirdest shit too. So, I don't know. All right. I'm going to hop out before I say anything else that offends the algorithm. All right, guys. I'm Lara Joe. I'm going to hop out. If you guys like my vibe, come follow me. Book a reading with me. Check me out. Tag, have a great night. Guys, have a great night. Thank you for joining me again for the day. I'll be back, I'm sure, tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out how to get even just like $5 or $10 right now, which sounds so minimal, but I need to get litter tomorrow for my animals and food for the dog. It's not even feeding myself. That's just the animals. So, all right, guys. Have a good night. I'll catch you later. Bye. Night, Andrew.